where we're streaming to. All right. Good morning, everybody. You're tuned into Good Day Blab. It's your girl Hotep Sophia, also known as Dominique Rebel. And it's been a few days, but we're going to get back into it. There's been a lot of news, but no news at the same time. So that's kind of how it is right now. Of course, this is uh, your news and review straight from the Blab stream. And the cool thing about that is if allegedly we are the news, which I believe that is accurate, then what is coming through my timeline, what I'm seeing and posting is really basically the cutting edge of news. So really everybody should be doing these little news things and throwing them up there for people to see so that we can get a good aggregate of what's going on and everybody can make their appropriate moves. The first thing I was actually in the middle of watching this when I was like, oh, I better record this stream. Um, some people don't like Cliff High. I get it. Okay, like he's kind of like out there, and a lot of his stuff you have to have the language to interpret what he's actually saying because the way he uses language is not the way that most people use language. However, once you figure out what that interpretation is and how to properly interpret what he's saying, I believe that he has a lot of good information to give, and it's not that it's so much reviewing and previewing what's going on, but how people are going to respond to it. And I think that throughout this whole thing, um, that has been the key factor is not knowing what people are going to say, but how they're going to respond to what is said. Because the response is what causes the problem. So, for example, when the Great Toilet Paper Crisis of 2020 came about, it was because people responded to the um, saying that things were going to be like this or like that or whatever by buying toilet paper. It was the response. So that's, I mean, in the hoarding in general, but especially the toilet paper, people just went and bought goo gobs of toilet paper. So that's the kind of thing that you want to be paying attention to. Like, it's not really the famine that's going to kill you, it's the way that people respond to the famine. You know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So, haven't finished watching the whole thing yet because I want to come on the stream and sort of talk about it. But definitely give this a listen, a watch. Greg Hunter's a very literal guy, so he uses language poorly, which drives Cliff up the wall, and I totally get it. So you just have to be thinking about that type of stuff. But I think that this is pretty good representation of what's going on. Um, an outbreak of influenza A at UMich. Uh, Yikes. Um, no more can be said about that by me on this stream. I'm gonna get although this stream posts first to Gab TV. Um, that's pretty much my mostly posting. I'm thinking about posting this stuff to Facebook. I haven't. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. I haven't quite decided yet. I kind of like Gab, so um, here is a good comment. Um, Trump claims to be pro life on abortion but assisting in child mass murder. I have posted this to his page about a month ago. When Trump is responsible for the pharma murder of millions of kids and disability sterilization of 20 million more, Trump's political capital will be in bankruptcy. While Trump is a slight improvement over the other guys, he seems to be better at crybabyism and ineffective at problem solving. Now, this is something I just started thinking about, so it's interesting that this is sort of starting to bubble up because there's only one father of the vaccines. Like, I don't know why anyone would ever say that on video where it could be played again in court of law. But this is what this man chose to do. So, what is actually going to happen when um, these, some people start looking for who is the cause of this, like what is actually going to happen. So that is a little bit of a thing, and he's got all this alleged political capital now with the RNC or whatever. But I don't think that's going to last very long because I mean he promoted this. He's got an answer for it, and I don't see how he's going to have a decent answer for promoting this. You know, this thing. I mean, even believing in the institutions, I don't understand this. Oh, I thought this was a good post. Look at these people. Look at these people. Look how close together they are. Oh, by the way, DC is going to drop their mask mandates and stuff in the next few days, I think. But the interesting timing is that about that is that they also had a jab mandate for the entire city. So I don't really I'm sure it's connected in some way, but it just seems a little bit odd to me. Anyway, oh look at this. Look at this. Look at this nonsense. So if you're still watching public television, you might want to give that up too. Oh, look at this. Look at this. They're preparing. I mean, obviously this is a fake. Okay, satire. All right, but the point of the matter is they're using these guys to prepare the way for these kids and these heart attacks. I don't know. Here we go. State of the Nation. State of the Nation has some okay stuff if you haven't ever wandered over there and down the rabbit hole in a very significant way. Here we go. Still waiting. Still waiting. We could do a countdown, but look at this. Look at this. The memes. So I think it is a lot of memes, but I mean, this stuff is like just outrageous. Here's some more information. Prime Minister Bojo held a press conference where he announced that UK mitigation will now require citizens to undergo booster jabs. These, this is until they're dead, 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 dead. That is pretty much it. I mean, if you look at the numbers out of Israel, woo boy, you would be shocked. Anyway, and that's Gibraltar. I think that's gonna come up on my stream. Um, Look at this. Now, that's a very good question. So, you mean to tell me that the U.S. government is more concerned about soccer moms protesting critical race theory in school or trannies raping little girls in school than they are of Afghanistan. What do they call them? Terrorists? I mean, I wouldn't call them terrorists. They're funded by us. So, well, they're I mean, the real terrorists are the Americans. I mean, that is literally like if you don't come away with anything else from this last few months, literally, the real terrorists are the Americans. Um, so anyway, this cow thing is kind of crazy. I don't have the ability to pay the videos, but anytime you see Cheryl Atkinson, you can pretty much assume that it's fake news. Andy with get soon, get better soon, Andy. Uh, Definitely have you in my prayers. Look at this. Look at this. I feel like I need some of these stickers, but I wouldn't put them up. I would just put them up around my house, so when people come to visit, I would be like, look at this, look at this, look at this. You know what I mean? Like 368. That's crazy. Our gas is high too. Um, this right here is very, very interesting, and I think I can read most of it. Let's see. The packet is what I received from a whistleblower a few weeks ago. Said Gooden referring to a packet that was given to the migrants. And these packets detail how to go to the airport, how to get past TSA without any identification, how to enroll your children in schools, and assimilate in whatever community you desire to go in. The Texas lawmaker said he spoke to TSA about the package and informed them that migrants sometimes show up with very convincing letters and in some cases are let on planes before anyone else. Pause. 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 You mean to tell me, I just want everybody to be perfectly clear about this. You mean to tell me I have been going through airport security, taking off my shoes, and everything else, getting full body screened and whatever they're doing with that data. And these people are basically being escorted around the TSA with a letter, an actual letter that and then they're let onto the airplane first. So, story time. I used to work with TSA. They had a program, like a student program, right? It was really, really easy money. Because basically all we did was collect bins. Like that was it. People put their stuff in the bins. We collect the bins and stack them back up. Super easy. So at that time, this would have been 2006, 2007. Um, yeah, about that time. Um, it was like people would come into the airport because I'm from the DC area, so I worked at Reagan. People would come into the airport and they would have all kinds of stuff in their bag. They would make them throw everything, literally everything away. You had like Africans coming back or going back to wherever, taking their stuff with them, all their food or whatever. You know, they got a lot of sauces and all that. They made them throw all that stuff away. Big bottles of lotion because black people get ashy, all kinds of stuff. I saw put in the trash directly, poop into the trash. So you mean to tell me these people could have whatever on them, like whatever on them, but because they have a convincing letter, they are completely let around security. The last time I flew was even like crazy because the lines were so long. So they're not even having to stand in line. They're going right around all of that, taking their letter, being escorted around the side, around the all security. So that is, if people aren't gonna get mad over that, I don't know what to tell you because flying is a hassle, and that right there makes it even worse. Okay, look, I can read this. Tribe chiefs say we can't work rock quarry because sickness spirits. Tribe chief pays leaves instead of rock quarry man. Tribe chief do not get leaf from rock workers, borrows from forest. Many more leaves in people's hands now. 4788 leaves now exist for every gray rock, but price of gray rock in tribe market is 28 leaves? Gruggs thinks strange, buys many gray rocks, but price of gray rock do not go up. Me thinks tribe chief and market chief friends don't want rocks to cost too many leaves, make leaf look bad. Now, if you can't relate that to fiat and silver, sir, you need to have several seats. On that note, next. Oh my gosh. Please, if I see this, like, let's see. No. Okay, I want to see a whole one. If I get a chance, I will do it on the 12th of Christmas. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll keep looking to see if someone does that. Oh, look. Wait a second. Funny break. She has the chat printed out in big, like that's not 8.5 by 11. That's like legal size. This man's in trouble. Look at this. Okay, people keep pointing this out. This is interesting. I don't know what it said before, so maybe we can do some research if anybody knows or has seen it. I know that they've been blurring out this seal. I don't know what that's about. That's very, very odd. Um, but United States government official, I'm not really sure what it said before. Wait a second. Whoa. It used to say Vice President Kamala Harris or something. You know what? I'm gonna go and look, but it did used to say it didn't used to say this. It didn't just say Kamala Harris. It used to say Vice President, VP. I remember that specifically. So I don't know what this is about, but look how close together they are. No mask. Okay. If there are any maskers still out here, look at this. This guy, I I called it when he won they do like a straw poll or something in Virginia, the caucus or whatever. When he won the caucus, I was like, this is not going to be better for Virginia. It is absolutely not. And he's literally going to follow whatever Mayor Bowser says. So, Virginia, good luck. I think it's time for you to probably look for somewhere to go. The Behavioral Insights team, this is, of course, Jack with some good information. Look at this cute drawing. Cute. Okay. Now, okay, wait a minute. I said globo homo. But what is, listen, I don't do temple. I just can't, like, in my brain. Um, but I don't even actually know what this is. Like, the comments, not on this one, but on a different one, are kind of like, what is he wearing? Like, why is he wearing a t shirt? Like, he should have on a button down, or and then this Blair White. I don't get it. I don't know what Temple was doing, but y'all need to stop trusting him. How about that? Look, this is a fact. Like, the fact that people don't agree with this. I don't even want to talk about this cow thing. So look at this. Oopsie doodle. Looks like Alex Jones got a problem. Anywho, this was in 2018. JP Morgan. Oh, what an evil man. Look at this. I've never seen so many unexplained illnesses and conditions that I'm seeing in the jabbed. Wow. Look, Tyler. The waning effectiveness booster jabs will be required. Waning. Jesus. I haven't watched this yet, but I saw that they stole somebody's name. Like, they just said, oh, we're going to take their name and their domain. And you can't really do that. Casimir really does a good job of covering what's going on in sort of like mid upstate New York. I'm not really that familiar with New York, but this stuff right here is very, very interesting. But basically, like, the cheating is rampant and it's everywhere, everywhere. The right to self defense terrifies the left. They rely on malfeasance to protect them. Not only that, they rely on the fact that the people who can protect themselves on the right won't ever be in their presence. Like, they live off that. Why? Because they ostracize the right, the right into their own corner. And so basically, they don't have to interact with righties, and that's also a protection for them too. So, whatever is going on with Poso. Um, if Charles thinks he's going to be king for longer than a week, look at this. I just don't even want to talk about that. I mean, because the queen has obviously left the building. You dig? She's gone, okay? So this man thinks he's going to be king for longer than 5 seconds is not really going to happen. Look at this. First of all, if you know anything about Capitol Hill, these people are always coming to blows, which is why the Capitol Hill police spend more of their time dealing with domestic issues amongst the lawmakers than anything else. If you know anything, like, they're always coming to blows, always. Especially at Pelosi, all this stuff you see in the mobster movies where the queen pin, like, just pulls out a gun and puts it in something. That's Pelosi all day and all night. Feudalism, that's the future. Facts, big facts. Look, so this is a thing, like, people were saying, if I can get an app for it, like, who needs an app? Apps are not, like, useful. Like, just go to the website, super easy, boom, and that's it. Like, I use Brave on, this is obviously my iPad, but I use it on my iPhone too. My only thing with Brave is that it auto shuts your window, so stuff that I want to look at later, I'll open up on Safari, but I mostly use Gab. As long as I'm not researching something. If I'm researching something, I use Safari because I don't want my tabs to disappear. But freedom is not sinning as you please. Can the church get an amen? That is a fact. Oh yes, this stuff in Canada, I'm not really sure what's going on with Canada, man. I don't know if anyone even heard of. I haven't seen anybody else post about this, so that's why I retweeted it because or reposted it because I haven't seen anyone talk about this. But Vancouver is they got 15 centimeters of rain overnight. It was a lot more than 15 centimeters. It was so bad that every bridge and in road into the entire and Vancouver metro uh, was either washed out or got covered by a landslide. Even the rail lines are destroyed. Like, how does that happen? That's not a natural occurrence. Not natural at all whatsoever. Um, I don't know what just happened. Oh, we lost power. Okay, that was weird. Okay, we'll keep going with this as long as. Oh, the internet is down. Okay, hold on. Pause. Are we coming back on? Uh oh. Great. Um,
cares about your baby's safety. Please install the baby unit at least 3 feet away from your child
yo,
and ensure the
Florida
cord
is
is
so
out of
weird.
reach at all times.
Florida is so weird. Um, we gonna get back to it in a second. I don't know what just happened. It's everything just turned off. Lights went off. Now everything is on. I don't know what happened. This is Florida. Okay, so I gotta wait for it to come back up. But yes, I just been really thinking about all of this stuff, like in regards to um I don't even remember what I was looking at last. Hold on, the thing just oh, right, the weather, Vancouver. Okay, so like it's very very concerning, obviously, about what is going on um in Vancouver because that's sort of like another one of their testing grounds for what happens here in America. So it's very very concerning. But the fact that I haven't heard any mainstream media even mention it, not that I listen to mainstream media, um okay, not that I listen to mainstream media, but just as a point of fact, the fact that no one's talking about it, that this whole giant area is literally cut off from everything, basically, it's kind of insane. Like really insane. Not even kind of insane. It's really, really, really insane. So I don't know really what's going on with that. Right now I'm just waiting for it to I need my what's name to come back up. But again, you are tuned into Good Day Blab while I'm trying to wait for some of this to come up. My name is Hotep Sophia, also known as Dominique Rebel, and one of the reasons why I got back into doing these type of shows is because I think that there's a lot of information going on out there, and sometimes it's hard to sort out what is useful from what is not useful. And I think that it's incumbent on all of us to really, really work hard um, at helping each other understand what's going on, because the fact that we don't know so much like of the numbers and stuff like that does make it quite difficult to figure out you know what is actually happening. And I just remember for months and months people were like, oh, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Well, what is the it that's happening? You know what I mean? Like, what is it? If it is happening, what is it? And people, they just said it was happening. It's happening. It's happening. What? Um. Okay. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. Oh gosh. Um. Okay, Lord, y'all, we're gonna have to start this over. It keeps saying no internet connection. Lord, why does this keep happening to me? Every show, it's like something is just like going on, and who even knows what the something is? It's just something. Like it's just something. Oh look, I'm the only one here. Look at this. Look at this. Let's join this meeting back up. Oh Lord. All right, y'all. We're gonna finish up in just a minute. I just want to go through this. A few more things that I saw. Look at this. All right, here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there, y'all. Of course, this would happen to me on my first stream back. Just of course. All right. All right. Let's see if this ever shows up. So another thing I reposted. Okay, here we go. Um, so you know this guy McCloskey is running for Senate or something. Um, I don't St. It's in Missouri. I thought it was in St. Louis, not in Wisconsin. But anyway, good to see fellow people supporting each other. Now, this look. Now, let me tell y'all something. This is how I know nobody knows history, because for the simple fact that if you don't know, you literally don't know that it was the the Revolutionary War was literally fought by 17-year-old Americans. Like it was young people because life expectancy wasn't that long anyway. In the 1700s, not at that time, is kind of iffy. Uh, but not only that, um, how do you think they got all of these people to do this stuff? Like it was the young people, which is why the left has worked so hard to capture the minds of the young people, because if they can capture their minds, they really got a lot going on for them. And it just the right has just left that all on the table, just in by sheer behavior, and deciding that the that's weird, deciding that the culture war wasn't worth fighting. So I don't exactly know why this meme didn't even pop up. Look, anyway, oh, here we go. If it wasn't for 17-year-olds with guns, you'd still be British. This is a fact. This is a fact. As a matter of fact, why do any of you trust the British? Like, really? Like, we fought a whole war against them, two whole wars against them. Really? Um, really? So, why do any of you trust them? A lady at my church was telling us a story that, you know, she was talking about not bowing before the queen, which I would never ever do. It wouldn't even occur to you. I'd probably spit at her. But anyway, and her family was really upset. Oh, you have to show respect, this and that. I'm like, no, you don't. She was like, yeah, we fought a whole war against them. And I keep saying that we fought a whole war against them. But see, if you're a northerner, you don't really see it like that, because y'all didn't really, I don't want to say it like that, but the northerners have mostly been replaced by foreigners, like, immigrants and stuff like that. So the northerners, the original northerners, like of the 13 colonies northerners, they don't exist anymore. So you have a lot of people who just think, all of this stuff is just like okay, but it's literally not okay. It's not okay. Okay? I love Amy. She's right. People need to chill out. We're floating in space on a giant rock we can't leave. Look at the stars or something and stop being awful. This is a fact. Okay, I will post. Listen, I thought this was so funny because it's so true. This judge has been like, this whole thing has been like a movie, and that's why it's like I'm not gonna get too emotionally involved in it. Just in general because it doesn't seem real. It seems like a lot of fakeness to me. But look at this. Look at this. I have the Tiger Plays. That would be a great movie. That would make a great movie. Okay, look, I'm gonna end on this. Oh wait, two more things. Listen, Maryland student stabbed during cafeteria fight. Let me explain something to you about Maryland, especially this is Southern Maryland. They have been importing MS-13 into Maryland like it's going out of style, like literally, like really, really heavy. So there is extreme gang activity in Maryland, which has gone 100% unchecked. First of all. Second of all, at my high school, when I was in high school, somebody was stabbed every day at the school I was at. It was not a strange occurrence for someone to get stabbed at school. As a matter of fact, one time I was in the Esau hallway on my way to class, and somebody was stabbed right beside me. So that kind of thing happens, like in Maryland schools. And I'm old. But before I got to the school that I went to, which I went to an urban school, but I was in a special program. The school was so bad, like so bad. People who went there, like in the '90s, are literally like talking about how easy we had it because it was just people getting stabbed. Like people are getting shot all the time. Like PG County, like I always talk about, is just like whatever's going on in DC, it spills over. Especially where my high school was like 5 minutes from the DC line, like literally from the hood. So it was in the hood, but then it was 5 minutes from the DC side of the hood, which is a little bit different from the Maryland side of the hood. And I was close to Southwest, so there's a lot of stuff always going on. And Southwest was a huge drug hub because you could come right up off of 295, hop off, pick up what you're going to pick up and get right back on to go across into Virginia. And a lot of people did that, come back down or whatever. Just a big hub area because it's easy to get in and easy to get out, which they've now turned into national, what, Nat Stadium or whoever those people are. I don't know. But that is to say, there's a lot of violence in Maryland as a result of the spillover from DC. Now, this Lusby area, people should keep in mind that a lot of DC has been cleared out, meaning they have like tore down all the old projects basically and moved all the people in DC out. Now, something people might not know or not understand is that if you have a housing voucher in DC, you can use it in 30 states in Canada. It might be more than that now, but the last I heard it was 30 states in Canada. You could use your housing voucher, right? So, what a lot of people do is they take their voucher and then they come into Maryland. So, that is to say, you have this mix of urban blacks from low income areas on housing vouchers mixed with these MS-13 gangs, mostly MS-13 gangs, but there's some other ones too. And they get all kinds of benefits. So you have basically groups of people with nothing invested in their community coming into the public schools and causing havoc, which is why you should get your kids out of public schools. Just period. Like, period, period, period. Because you can't control who's in your neighborhood. This is even without all of this social planning and all this other stuff they were trying to do. You cannot control it. So if you have your kids in public school, you are exposing them to all kinds of stuff which they should not be exposed to. 100%. I don't know. Okay, 100%. So, that is to say, I'm not surprised that a 15-year-old got stabbed at a Maryland high school. That is to say. It's not a red wave if Mitch McConnell and Loser McCarthy are still in control. This is a fact. Even Trump, he should be out. He should be totally out. Like, totally out. Like, because he didn't do what was 100% necessary to stay in office, including refusing to vacate. All kinds of stuff he could have did, he didn't do. He should no longer be the leader. Ronna should have been out. I don't want to see what's that loser's face? Matt Schlapp or Mercedes. I don't want to see any of these people. They should all have literally been cleared out after this last election, and yet they weren't. Oh, there's no real substantive difference between blackface and girlface. That's a fact. Okay, listen, I'm gonna stop on this. Symptoms of climate change. Symptoms of climate change: myocarditis, blood clots, heart attack, Guillain-Barré, Bell's palsy. Hey, where's Gavin? Where's Gavin? Miscarriage, pericarditis, memory loss, and sudden death. Climate change is a bad mother sucker, man. I'm telling you, climate change is a bad mother sucker. Bad. Okay, so we'll end it on this. Listen, everybody, please, I love you all very much. Get prepared for the winter. Get you some stuff. Stack it in your house. Know where your stores are, where your unusual stores are. You can go and get supplies. Have some neighbors, like even if you live in the city, have somewhere you can go outside the city. Just have some things lined up for yourself, because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't want to be caught unaware, and you don't want to be putting yourself at risk of anything by just not being prepared. So here we got some canned stuff, get some dry stuff. Just get some stuff in there and rotate it out. Like, that's another thing. Like, I like preppers, but the problem to me is that they don't have stuff they can rotate out. And yes, you do have stuff that you store for long term, but you also want to have stuff you can rotate out. Why? Because we know that there's going to be a huge die-off, so you'll be able to go in and get stuff out of people's houses. They're not going to make it. So what you want to do is be able to rotate your stuff out so you have fresh stuff. That way, if it has to last for a long time, you have a method of doing that. But anything outside of that, you just setting yourself up for for having a lot of stuff that you'll never use. So you better know how to cook all of those dry beans. You better have your family prepared to eat like that. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do. In my house, we eat rice every day. My kids could eat rice every day for every meal. It will be no problem. So I know I'm not going to have no problems with that. We have some other, problems with meat eating and stuff like that that could be an issue. But I know that they'll eat rice. And I know I can make rice a million ways. And they don't want it that way. They only want plain whatever rice. So I have a lot of rice in my house, lots of rice, lots of seasonings, lots of stuff like that. You want to just be prepared. Like, please, please, please get you some shiny rocks. Where's mine? Where's my desk rock? Get you some shiny rocks. Scottsdale has these beautiful pieces, which I love. Oh, wait, it's turned the wrong way. Here we go. Get you some shiny rocks, okay? Or some other shiny rocks from my man, Sculler. Okay, get you some. He's got cool stuff. This is copper. So get you some shiny rocks. Hold them around. Hide them. Whatever. Ammo cans. Whatever it is. Get prepared. Do not be caught unprepared. Don't do it. I'm begging you with everything. Don't be caught unprepared, please. And we'll talk some more. Look, I got my farmer's almanac. Getting ready to look at the weather patterns for this year, so I know what's going to be happening in my area. There's lots of different things you can do to be prepared. What you want to do is get prepared. Get prepared now. Don't wait. Nothing. Christmas is not as important as you being prepared. In all seriousness, be prepared. If you've never grown anything in your life, drop some seeds in a thing. Figure out the process now. Figure it out now. Do not wait. As the time is of the ever. Even if it's cold outside, I got a bunch of. I'm giving away some little tea gardens with a bunch of different kinds of mint for Christmas. I've already got it started. It's already going. You want to get this stuff ready. You want to be prepared. So anyway, This is your girl, Hotep Sophia. Of course, this is Good Day Blab, where the headlines come straight from the Blab timeline. I'll be promoting something eventually, and we're going to start doing our business chats coming up soon. But I love these little reviews of what's happening and going through this kind of stuff. So, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and hopefully tomorrow we won't have as many technical issues. Again, I love you guys and have a great day.